Do you have the skill to make a level 1 grenade, grenade launcher? That isn't like a crappy pipe one? Okay. Just wondering. Yes. I've got to spend points from that Horde Knight because I haven't really done that yet. Okay, I'm capped out shotguns now. Full strength. Okay, we gotta find his bedroll here somewhere. Oh god, where would he have stuck that? Okay, oh, roof, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking elevated too. I think you're right. So I didn't see the chat right away. Yeah, that's why I don't move bedrolls. I've seen this cause problems before. For Horde Night, it's good though. I wish I had done it tonight. No, definitely isn't on the second level. How did I hit? Total time. I think I see it. Yeah, here on me. Yeah, I've had it. Okay, I got it. It was right by the flag. Yeah. Always last place you look. So now do we pre-clear, I guess? I'm gonna go back in. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we're waiting. Okay. That's all because I just busted it on my heart and soul. Like with my hammer, it was like right here. No, I didn't place one. Mine's still back at the base. Oh yeah, so okay, multiple. Yeah, maybe we go back to the roof then. Well, I found the one that's right by the spawn. I think you should pick a different T4. I think it will be faster. Or no, I guess, like, does it lock you out for a whole day? I can't remember. If it locks you out, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind then. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can find it, but I mean, I'm not a mind reader. Maybe down this ladder. Shit, this is loot room. Nice. Oh God, Flash, where would you have stuck this? I know that he was running in from, because I killed him, right? And I know that he came in again from the garage door area, but he was probably using the bed that was right by the flag. I don't know where else he would have stuck one. Maybe in that room where you told him to fight. Maybe he stuck one in that place where you told him to fight. I'm gonna go jump up there. Full of fucking loot, which is so annoying. Well, I don't see it in any of the places he was supposed to camp. I'll try higher up. Alright. Yeah, just leave, buddy. Don't wait for me. I'm way deep and I've got to jump up. I don't remember how you enter this place. It's so annoying. Give me a steroid. How the fuck do you even get out of here? I don't remember. I know how I got in, but I don't remember how I get out at all. Is it like, yeah, there we go. Down 2 zombies. Cute. Where's the exit? I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh my god, how do you leave this stupid labyrinth? I'm infected again because of those 2 stupid zombies. They like came out of the ground and bit my ankles. What can I fucking do about that? There's like nothing I can really do. So dumb. Getting back out of here. What was that? You just like erased my stack. Why? Oh, because there's like a thing right there? God damn it. There, put a block or something. There. God damn it, you're annoying. No, kitty, you can't go out. No. No, kitty! You're so annoying. I'm out of blocks. How am I out of blocks? Make a fuck ton of blocks. What do I care? Go back, go back. No, no. Blocks. Make a lot of them. Ah, you're so annoying. You're so annoying. Getting out of this place is a nightmare. Meow. Damn it, I'm out of ice cream. What am I going to do for dessert? There's nothing. I'm just going to drink water. I guess I can make Jello. Jello's an option. No, kitty, no. No, kitty, no. I'm going to shut that door. I know I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to shut that door so you stop whining. You can't go out there. It's a no, kitty. It's a no. The answer is no, kitty. You're thinking about flying the coop, aren't you? You know that sound. You're trapped here forever, kitty. You're in my dungeon now. Oh no, you're never gonna let me go. It puts the lotion in the basket, kitty. Shut up, kitty. That's what I have to say to that, kitty. I fart on you yelling. I fart on it. What do I do? I guess I go out. Yeah, I guess I go out because I have, to go to the casino. Yeah. So annoying. Wait, what does that say? Oh, it's a shooting range. Okay. Okay, we're going out. I'm going to take a car to the casino. God damn it. Ah, you're so annoying. Ah, why did you delete my entire stack? Why? Because I hit my head on the ceiling? What does that have to do with anything? Wait, is that a way out? No, no, I need a real ladder out of here, or whatever. Yeah, take that thing out, or whatever. Yeah, there. Now, yeah, you. Break the whole stack or whatever. Yes, take that stack. There, now build up. Don't break my stack, motherfucker. That's why, because somebody else built right there. Getting out of this place is a nightmare. What's above me? I gotta make sure. Hurry up, you. Get all that out of here. It's my jump, it's my jump. Fuck you. Am I out of here finally? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. God, I love parkour. It makes it so much better. Okay, I'm finally out. Stupid labyrinth. Some things I'm good at, like winning Fortnite or whatever. Rust. Some things I'm not so good at, like navigating fucking dark dungeons or whatever. Ooh, that's all tempting. Little bit tempting right there, yeah. Except, where's my fucking pickaxe? What? I put my pickaxe away. Damn it. Dead flesh, get it off me. Hi, kitty. Nope, you're trapped. There's nothing you can do. You gotta cuddle, that's it. You're trapped in the dungeon now, kitty. You're trapped in the dungeon now. Trapped in the dungeon now, kitty. Trapped in the dungeon now. Trapped in the dungeon now, kitty. Farm bundle.
The car has been sent. Should be with you soon.
Yeah, kitty. Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of a loud kitty, you know? You like to call out a lot. Yeah. I know you want to go outside, but you can't. You spend most of the day outside. You can't go outside right now. Sorry. Yeah, I'll pay attention to you. I love you. I love you to death, kitty. It's getting towards bedtime. I could kill the lights, I suppose. Man, I have never had a normal life like this where I go to bed at like, I don't know, midnight or whatever. It's weird. Fucking weird. It took me 50 years to reach it. I'm almost at 3 mil again. Oh, it's just right click. Is it right click? Yeah, it is right click. Yeah, right click.
Where to exactly?
Oh, I love you, kitty. You're such a queen. You were the queen of kitties. At least as far as I'm concerned. You didn't do it? Do it.
And we're off.
Ah. So annoying. I don't have any meds. I don't know. What happened to all those meds? Thrill kill. Three stars. Do better next time. $289. You can ride the cab out of here. Ready for T4 whenevers. Nice, the base is stone now. Right on, Begon. Thank you for upgrading the base. If you ever want me to do any of it, I will. Let me know. It's also good XP. Maybe it's better it goes to you, you know? You're the one who built it. It's a great little base. I really like it. It's got personality like a Rust base. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, God is in heaven. Thank you, Begon, for these gifts you have given me these days, or whatever. Oh, yes. Oh, it's such a beautiful sight. You can fly us to the T4 in your helicopter. Although, I don't know, it's late, buddy. Do you have time for another one? Oh. Oh, you have a chainsaw in the boxes. I missed it. Sorry. Thank you, sir. Ooh, nice, yeah. Stop you. Sorry, that was so loud. Ah, fucking annoying. I'm sorry, kitty. I didn't mean to blast your eardrums. You okay? It was my fault. It was a mistake. There. I'm gonna put it down to like 50. Apply. There we go. Let's see. Snatch your mama. Snatch your mama. Scissor. Yellow sunshine. Yellow sunshine's looking good. But I think Snatch Your Mama always wins. No, I was too late. Damn it. Let's try Yayo, let's go. Northern Lights at 15-1. What are you talking about? Dr. D's Rain saved me. No, it's going to be Litta's truck. Litta's truck. Litta's truck. I'm going to bust out immediately because it doesn't want me to win. It's so annoying. Questionable dignity with 12-1. What are the fucking chances? What are the fucking chances? Ah. I have obtained all the ingredients for the building block recipe, Begon. Is it the auger and the fucking thing the same thing? Hi, kitty. Oh, I love you.
typical for bad actors to have tried.
Oh, I got him too. I got those fucking assholes. Look, they had to spawn new ones. I got both of them. I got both of them. Chucking grenades out the back of my fucking at the side of my window. Pursuing cars is so fun. I'm gonna cook this one. There, 5 seconds. See how that goes for them. Oh, a little bit too early. 3, 4, 5. Ah! I don't want to blow up my own car. No. Damn it. Stupid thing. Wait, don't go down anywhere. No, just keep going down the road. Ah, you're so annoying.
They have a 48-minute...
Oh, did I get him? I don't know. Oh, I gotta not blow up my own car. Can't blow up my own car. I got him, though. I got them, though. I got them. I got both of them. I got both of them. I got both of them with one grenade. Look, they're back there with like a new spawn now. How about some proximity bombs or whatever? Yeah, maybe some prox mines for these fucking assholes. See if I can get that one that's kind of lagging behind. He had to stop. He was like, nope, prox mine. Or no, he must have hit a car or something. There, see, he's not gonna be able to do anything about this. Watch. Boom, bitch. Yeah, these things are getting so annoying. This donkey cart. I hate this truck. It's such a donkey cart. I feel like blowing it up all the time. But then you don't make it to the end of the mission. You're like, this fucking donkey cart, I just want to whip it and blow it up with grenades and stuff. It's such a shitty truck. It gets a better high-end speed because it is a V8, you know, because so it will get up to a high-end speed, but it takes forever. It takes like going down the road for 90 seconds. Like now I'm going like a reasonable pace at its top speed. Oh, I hate this donkey cart, and they straddle you with it for weeks on end. But whatever. I blew up so many guys that they just stopped sending them. They're like, why should I keep sending NPCs so you just keep getting RP? Yeah, I know. I mean, that's how I feel too. Just stop harassing me. Gotta do this mission. Gotta do this mission. Gotta get there. Gotta get there. I'm gonna buy a Kasaka sub. I'm gonna buy a Kasaka sub. Okay, 2 more stacks of mithril ingots. Now, I'm out of mithril, so you're gonna sell me more, or what's the fucking deal here? What's the fucking deal here? You got some? You got some? Ah, I sold gold rings pretty well today. Maybe I best go back and get my money. I gotta go in and buy armor. Okay, now, so this thing.
I don't know about
Oh, good night, buddy. Oh, I missed him. Sorry. Sorry, run emissions. Good night, buddy. Yeah, I'll do some mining. Yep.
Hope that does what you need.
It does, it does. So, now, I guess I go back and I sell, money, or I do a money mission now that 7 days is cooldown. I'm gonna go back to Mortal now and see if I can get a black bear kill. Maybe that guy's not camping it anymore. Nope. I'm only playing 7 days co-op. I don't think it's a good enough single player game. I think Rust is a much better single player game. Like duo game. Like I like 7 days, but I prefer to just run with him in the T4s and stuff. I'll mine tomorrow. Not today. I'm not on for much longer either. Like 2 hours. So I guess I go do a Fooligan mission. So we'll call his ass up. What is that? Yeah, that's like Dax and yeah, Dax. And I want to do a Fooligan mission. Request Dax's vehicle to be delivered nearby. What does that mean? So let's go test what that means. Oh yeah, I can just borrow his car. What do you mean? What is it? Oh my god. Oh, Dax's journey has been delivered nearby. It's a journey? What's it do? Wait, you can just borrow his RV? That's so dope. But I mean, like, but it doesn't do anything like Russ. Russ had such a good RV. Russ's RV is the best RV that's ever existed. Russ is so much better than all the other games. I wish all the shitheads didn't poison it. So yeah, I don't need this thing. I'm just gonna get out, send it home. Interesting.
Hey, it's me. Sure, I'll look into it.
What do you mean, look into it?
with the price doubled, hiding bad batches of medicine, running bullshit tests? These assholes have got some super secret unregistered convoy full of fuck knows what, and you know how I know it's bad news? Cause freaking Merryweather are guarding it. We just gotta destroy a couple other convoys, track down their depot, and take it from there.
Destroy the Merryweather vehicles transporting the pharmaceuticals. Okay. Is it timed? It's not. Look, it's a decent mission that doesn't fuck you over with a timer. I don't mind this mission. Yeah, fuck it, let's go destroy some cars, whatever. I mean, I was close to one, but it's like gone now. I'm like in on a bear spawn with a dire wolf, yeah. Damn. Controlled aiming is at 69. Damn it, people have been killing bears because it's the daily, huh? There's no black bear here because somebody just killed it. The spawn's not too good. Get out of my way. Oh, I missed him. Damn it. Damn it, this guy's like off my radar. Where did he go? Oh, he's way up north. Okay, I could cross over land, but I don't think that's wise. At this point, it would be better to find him in a fucking... like a plane. Oh. Well, I'll just shoot north at him, see if I can get to him. I fucking doubt it. No. Damn it. I sank it.
MMI, we expect the unexpected. Sure.
I can't believe they subjected kids, kind of. I mean, kids can't play this game, really. But they, like, subjected kids? Kind of, in a way. Like, to full non-consensual PvP where, but I mean, you don't drop any loot, really? But you can drop some cash? It's actually kind of harsh for a game that a lot of kids play. Kids aren't supposed to play this game, but it's like a secret that they do. Kids do play this game a lot. Just like Rust. And moving north in this crappy car sucks. Yeah, these just keep moving. Have they moved so bad now that oh my god, he has moved so bad now. I don't know if I like this mission. I'm just gonna stop. I don't want to spend all night chasing something. It just wasn't that good. Did you die? Don't die. You're dumb. Where is this bear? Come on, bear. Where are you? I need you for daily. I shouldn't let that you kill that bear. I should just took it from him. There's a guy on a horse. It's... Well, this is a no-go. I don't know. I'm just gonna log. Or don't log, but... Yeah, I guess I'm out of mithril. I will need to go get more funds. Ooh, maybe I have some pudding left. I don't know. I can't remember. Is this now? Hello. And like that, I'm gonna go. If he doesn't harass me, now I'm gonna pay attention. Yeah, I'm not gonna start shit with you, and you can try and kill me if you want. There's another dude on a fucking horse. $27, $26, $25, $24, $20. They're making me nervous. $23, $22, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. Poof! Yeah, just leave. There's all these people looking for dailies, and it's annoying and scary. But I'm going. I save logged. $113. $134. $84. Not bad after like using a lot of gold, you know. Not too bad. But we still have a lot more on the market too. Like a lot. So yeah, this was good. Let's. Oh no, I can't flee. What? I wonder if I can catch like an ECR. Like an ECR. Now with add-ons. Classic with add-ons, huh? I can just play WoW Classic with add-ons. I mean, you won't let me, right? Not without paying, no. But yeah. It's interesting that I can just load WoW off of GeForce Now. It makes it a little bit more attractive to me. Borderlands 2, Siege X, Division 2. Just looking around, see what's for sale. Legion TD2 is free. Kingdom Come is cheaper now. Final Fantasy came to Magic the Gathering Arena. That's insane. So, yeah, I want to play. I guess I will go mining. I'll go mining in 7 days, is what I'll do. Yep. I will play my hardcore character. Dun, 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 dun. I think I'm done with Grand Theft Auto for today. Did a lot in it. Didn't I quit the game? What? No, I quit the game. No. I want to quit the game. You trip out on this every time. You'll just quit the game. Just quit. Yeah, quit. You dumb game. So, I will go mining in 7 days for a little while, and I will watch videos.
Minute cooldown until you can do them again. You need to complete 10 of these in order to unlock the equipment upgrade for the lab. So that's going to take you about 10 hours. So start these as soon as possible, because as we'll get into in a minute when I talk about the profits from this business, this upgrade will more than quadruple the amount of money you can make. Okay, let's talk about how the Acid Lab works and how you can make money. Well, just like the 5 MC businesses in the game, as well as the bunker, this business is a passive business and works in a very similar way. You've got your supplies bar on the bottom right, and over time, Mutt, who is working in your Acid Lab, will convert those supplies into product that you can eventually sell. However, there are some key differences with this business that make it a bit more unique and, in my opinion, better than the other businesses. So first things first, how do we get supplies for the business? There's 2 ways you can do it, and if you're a veteran, you know this by now. You can either steal the supplies or you can buy them. In order to steal the supplies, come over to this part of your Acid Lab and start a source mission. This will put you in a mission where you have to go out, steal the supplies, and bring them back to the Acid Lab. When you're in this mission, once you collect the supplies, you can actually just request your Acid Lab and bring it pretty close to you. To do that, head into your interaction menu, go down to services, and click Request Acid Lab. This is going going to spawn it nearby, meaning you don't actually have to go that far in order to deliver these supplies. Being able to do that is a
Oh,
pretty
okay, cool.
big improvement over other passive businesses in the game. But the
Oh, yeah, so like the minute that, yeah.
same problem still remains. If you're doing this solo, one steal mission is only going to fill up just over one of the 5 supplies bars, and it's going to be more time effective to just buy the supplies. So how do we do that? Well, there's 2 ways you can buy supplies for the Acid Lab. The first is going inside the Acid Lab, talking to Mutt and resupplying them for $60,000. The second way, if you're not inside your Acid Lab, is just call Mutt on your phone and you can do the exact same thing there. Either buy or source supplies. And that's right, I didn't misspeak. Resupplying this business only costs $60,000 opposed to $75,000 with the bunker and MC businesses. So you're going to be saving yourself $15,000 when compared to all of those other businesses, which is pretty nice. It means we get a bit more profit, so I'm not complaining. Now that we have a full supplies bar, how much money is this going to make us and how long is it going to take? Well, first, let's talk about if we don't have the equipment upgrade. Without the equipment upgrade, one full 5 bars of supplies will make us $74,250. That's going to take us 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. In order to completely fill your Acid Lab without any upgrades, that's going to take you 3.2 full bars of supplies. Or if you're measuring it in the fifths, that it shows you 16 of those mini bars. I hope you haven't skipped your math class. Let's do some math. That means to completely fill the Acid Lab, that is going to take you exactly 6 hours with a full value of $237,600. So, how much money does that make us per hour? Well, if we were stealing supplies, we would get $38,610 per hour. However, if we bought all of our supplies, that would cost us $192,000 to get 3.2 bars of supplies, meaning our total profit across the 6 hours would be $45,600, or $7,600 an hour. So, safe to say, just like all of the other passive businesses in the game, do not buy supplies for this business until you have the equipment upgrade. Now, if you do have the equipment upgrade, which after you complete those 10 DAX missions is going to cost you $250,000, bringing the total cost to $1 million for this business. Once we have this upgrade, things start to get pretty juicy. With the equipment upgrade, the value of our product increases by just over 41%, and it also produces 33.3% faster. Overall, this means not including the price of buying supplies, this business will now make $83,800 per hour. That's 2.17 times more than without the upgrade. But there's also some other benefits as well that make it much more than that 2.17 times increase. Firstly, now the total cost if we have a full Acid Lab is going to be $335,200. Not only that, but instead of having to wait 6 hours for our Acid Lab to be full, now it's going to happen in 4 hours. On top of that, normally it would, like I said earlier, cost 3.2 full supply bars in order to fill up your Acid Lab. Now it's only going to be 1.6. So let's calculate the profit if we bought supplies for $60,000 each time. 1.6 full supply bars times $60,000 is $96,000 spent on supplies. A full Acid Lab is worth $335,200, meaning that our profit is going to be $239,200 in exactly those 4 hours, which means our net profit will be $59,800 per hour. That is pretty damn good. And that actually ranks it right behind the code lockup, which will make you $63,300 per hour. But there's a few things we have to keep in mind. All of the sale missions for the Acid Lab are completely solo. We're not going to get multiple spawn vehicles, and we'll dive into this in a second.
Oh, nice,
But
yeah.
the second bonus this business has over the MC businesses is this little bench over here, where we can increase our production speed. Every day, or every 24 hours, you can use this production bench once. Once you do that, for the next half an hour or 30 minutes, your production speed is going to be doubled, which means during that half an hour, your Acid Lab is going to produce what you would normally make in 1 hour. So if you don't have the upgrades, in the half an hour, it would make $38,610, and if you do have the upgrades, it would make $83,800. If you make sure you boost your Acid Lab once per day, its total production per hour actually goes up and overtakes the Cloakworker, meaning that in terms of passive businesses, Acid Lab makes you the most money per hour in the game. So that's how we make profit. But what if I told you you should be making even more money than this? That's right, you can actually give yourself a 5% boost on all of your acid sales just by giving your acid product a name. So to do this, all you have to do is go into your interaction menu, go to your service vehicles, click on Acid Lab of course, and then just change your product name. You can change it to whatever you want. No matter what name you change it to, you will get a 5% bonus. And as you can see here, just me changing the name right there on the spot increases the value of my product by 5%. So make sure you actually do this. If you're not doing it, you're just costing yourself money basically. Let's talk about the sale missions. All of your sale missions will take place on your delivery bike. That's right, no matter if you only have 1 bar of supplies or a full acid lab, you are only going to have the 1 sell vehicle. And I can't complain, it's a pretty quick and cool bike. Much better than any of the vehicles we get in the MC or even bunker sale missions. The timer on these missions is 20 minutes, which means that these missions are most likely designed to be completed in about 10 minutes. And when compared to the MC businesses, this is pretty damn good and a lot faster. Keep in mind that in your free shop, you can also upgrade and customize this delivery bike, meaning you can increase the handling, increase the speed, and make it look how you want. That is most certainly a W in my book. Another thing to note is if you complete these sale missions in a public session, you're going to get the high demand bonus, or 2% extra money per player. Like you can see here, my Acid Lab was only supposed to be worth $335,000, but I got over $500,000 for this sale because I did it in a full public lobby. Not only that, but another bonus with this business is because it's not an MC business, you can set yourself up as a SecuroServe VIP or CEO, which makes it a lot easier to sell in public sessions. The reason for that is you can go off the radar and activate Ghost Organization for 3 minutes. Yes, that's going to cost you $12,000 or $15,000 or whatever it is, but I'm more than happy to accept that cost when I'm making an extra $170,000 per sale for selling in a public session. And finally, I want to talk about the Acid Lab vehicle itself, the Brigade 6x6. You can call this vehicle to you no matter where you are on the map through your interaction services menu. A neat little feature as well is Rockstar lets us change the name of our Acid Lab to whatever we want. I named mine Jesse Let's Cook, obviously a Breaking Bad reference. And if you upgrade and customize this vehicle in your free shop, this thing becomes an absolute beast and one of the best armored vehicles in the entire game. Maybe even the best. You can put a massive scoop on the front of this thing so it becomes like a ride car or a fancy
The Acid
wedge.
Van is a
The
tank?
windows are lightly bulletproof, so they're going to be able to tank
What?
about 15 or 16 shots before they break. And this vehicle tanks, are you ready for it? 48 RPGs
Yeah.
before it blows up. Yes,
Yeah,
48.
I'll take it, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I have never been shot by 48 RPGs ever in GTA Online. That's right, if someone's trying to grief you while you're in this vehicle, they are going to have an extremely difficult time. So, there you have it. That's the Acid Lab. No, it doesn't make you as much money as a heist, but when it comes to passive businesses in GTA Online, this one is most certainly right at the top. Personally, this is now one of my favorite businesses in the entire game, ranking right behind or maybe even tied with the nightclub. So I'll wrap the video up there. I hope this helped you out. I hope it helped you understand how this business works. I know all businesses in this game can be a bit confusing. If this helped you, give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Boys!
Favorite color, money green.
Okay, so that's everything I know about the S-Lab. I'll have to get 10 missions done.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. For you guys is a brand new GTA 5 online video, and of course it is Tuesday, which means tomorrow on Wednesday we're going to be getting the new GTA Online weekly update, news and information preview to us early from Rockstar before the changes take effect in game and go live early Thursday morning at about 4 a.m. Central Time in the US. You can convert that to your local time zone to find the time that it goes live locally for you. But on Tuesdays, I like to give you guys a refresher and a reminder of all of our current opportunities, discounts, free vehicles, rewards, money bonuses, rare and removed vehicles feature back to the game for a limited time, etc. All that type of stuff that we have for a limited time, it's going away soon in the next couple days. And so I want to give you guys a refresher and a reminder on it in case you haven't really been paying attention, just in case so you don't miss out on anything that you may otherwise actually want. So we're going to get into things here. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. Let's check out the 3 test drive vehicle options we have here at the LS Car Meet. We'll start with one of the more interesting ones, even though it doesn't look like it, and I'll tell you why. This is the Dinka Veris, and here's how much it costs. If you want to buy it, it's $192,000. It's the heaviest ATV in the game, just average acceleration, good turning radius. Obviously, because of those big tires, you need bulletproof tires because they're going to be super exposed. They will get shot out a bunch on you. It's not going to be good for racing or anything like that. But here's what I find interesting about it. It's just like a little detail that you would never expect on a vehicle like this. You can actually gain a really good traction improvement with this quad by adding a spoiler option. If you go and customize it, you can add a spoiler option, and what that does is apply saddlebags on the rear. And that's just a totally unique option in and of itself. But funny enough, since it's under the spoilers class and category as a customization thing that you can equip and add to this vehicle, you will get better traction because of it at higher speed. Next up, the Vapid Bullet. This is just a nice blend of sports and supercar here. You got great acceleration with this car. It lacks in the top speed for supercars and sports cars. Performance, though, it still makes it worth picking up, though, because I think, obviously, it was rare and removed, and now I think it's featured back to the game permanently on in-game websites. But it did still maintain a decent bit of rarity post-San Andreas Mercenaries update when Rockstar removed it from the game. And who doesn't love a Ford GT? If you want to buy this for yourself, it's $155,000. I think it earns a spot in anyone's garage. Then we have the Classy Tulip, inspired by the 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu. You get really good speed and handling, but you have to be careful with it because you get a lot of wheel spin and you can oversteer if you're just not anticipating that. So I would say it's more of a car that's going to shine in the hands of like an expert driver. And if you're into that kind of feel with muscle cars, you will love this vehicle. But if you're not used to that and you don't want to be associated with a vehicle like that, I would stay away from this option. And if you want to pick it up, though, $718,000. That's expensive for what you get out of this car. At Simeon's Premium Deluxe,
it's hard for me to care about this stuff. It's weird. It's because it strikes me as
start off here on the map.
It strikes me as kids stuff, even though it's like, you know, God Mode Gone, GTA Online update, major exploits patched, and more. Cool, that's good. Hey, right on. Valve no longer controls Steam. 3,000 plus games deleted. Wow. New Kira, let's do it.
Content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment. Content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks. What up, friendos? This that I've just read to you is referred to as Rule 15, and it was recently added to the Steamworks documentation. This changes everything, not just for those games immediately impacted, not just for Steam as a platform, but for each of us. Right now, behind closed doors, the whole internet is changing, and most of it is entirely out of my hands. The content you want to play, you want to watch, you want to read, you want to use, the content people want to create and sell, this is all being controlled not by the companies that you choose to use, but by the payment processing cartel behind them. Companies like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal have really put their foot down and said, in no uncertain terms, do what we want or face complete financial ruin. The result is tens of thousands of games being pulled from multiple platforms, with more likely to follow in the coming weeks and months. So, what exactly happened? On July the 16th, games suddenly started to vanish from the Steam store page, as recorded by the SteamDB website. As this happened, the now infamous Rule 15 appeared on the Steam Partner Guideline site. The rule states, content that may violate rules and standards of these third parties are no longer allowed on Steam. As a result, ever since the 16th of July, thousands of titles have either been pulled from sale on the site or will be pulled or disallowed from sale in the future. Before we get into specifics with the wording and problems with this change, it's important to note that this is not just impacting Steam. itch.io, a much smaller platform, has been hit by the same threats by the same payment processors. For them, they've removed tens of thousands of games from the platform immediately in a chaotic attempt to scramble for compliance or face the consequences of the payment processors. Both Steam and Itch have made statements directly stating what has happened, and both of them have made it clear they have no choice in this matter. Steam's official response says, quote, "We were recently notified that certain games on Steam may violate the rules and standards set forth by our payment
Porn
processors
games have been
and
shut
their
down
related
because
card
they're all
networks and
nasty.
banks. As a result, we are retiring those games from being sold on the Steam store because loss of payment methods would prevent customers from being able to purchase all the titles and content
like,
on Steam."
Credit
We are
card
directly
companies
notifying
don't like
developers of these
porn,
games and issuing
so they're like
credits
canceling
should they
it.
have another game they'd like to distribute on Steam in the future. This is what has happened, and now you're going to ask yourself, why does this matter? The games being removed were mostly shovelware, slop, focusing on incest and R-word fantasies in
fuck
video game
that.
format.
Ugh.
Almost no one is going to mourn the specific removal of these games. But this is a much bigger conversation that has wider reaching implications, especially with who is involved and why they're doing this, as well as the history of other markets and countries that's happening right now. This change is coming directly from a targeted campaign from a group that calls themselves Collective Shout. Collective Shout is an Australian company who've taken it upon themselves to target Steam and other platforms because of their, quote, R-word and incest games. But what they've actually done is go much further beyond this scope and put the spotlight on a potential future that is crazy if left unchecked. Collective Shout was originally contacted by users who raised concerns about a game on Steam called No Mercy, a game that has been in headlines already, and a game that was removed by the creator on April the 10th following massive backlash. The Collective Shout organization rallied around this single game, started sending mass emails to Valve, 3,463 emails if they are to be believed, as well as gathering 70,000 signatures on a petition for the game's removal. According to Collective Shout, Valve didn't respond to their demands. After the game was then removed by the developer, Collective Shout and their followers continued to email Gabe Newell and catalog all games that they take issue with on the Steam platform, mainly those that contain what they call sexual assault and incest content. Due to Steam ignoring the emails and the petitions, Collective Shout began bombarding PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard with emails, calls, as well as publishing articles and press releases. Within around 3 weeks, payment processors folded to this public pressure and started to then dictate to these independent companies what they can or cannot have on their platform, or else. Now, obviously, or else here means
they're trying to
we will
protect
simply
kids.
refuse to process payments for your company, essentially removing their entire ability to sell a single game or make a single cent, a single penny. And this would kill the companies instantly. There are essentially no alternatives. Now, as for why you should care, this is not the first time, and it certainly will not be the last time that something like this happens. The same exact mechanisms that were just used to have these specific games removed from the internet can and have been used in the past to remove much less objectionable content.
Why can't you pause? This seems kind of dystopian. Why can't you pause? This seems fucking weird. I need you to pause.
Basically, what is
pause when
currently
I tell you
acceptable
to.
in mainstream society? What does the current political party
Please pause. You're so annoying. So, why this matters. Credit card companies shouldn't be able to... Oh, no, I'm dead somehow. How am I dead? Come on, you fucking bullshit. Do I have my motorcycle? No. Fuck. Well, here's my first helicopter flight. Oh, no fuel. Okay, let's go out and get to that stupid thing. I can't see the fucking ground, which is just disheartening, frankly. I don't want to crash this heli. Fucking annoying. I should have put my motorcycle away. That was 10%? No, it wasn't any. Take the helicopter. Trying to eat my dessert and fucking random spawns keep coming over and over again. I hate having fucking mobs crawling up my thigh with fucking knives in their teeth all the time. It's just dumb. Like, get out. Ah. What the fuck, man? What? Where are you coming from? I didn't see you. Where did you come from? There was not a zombie standing here a second ago. Where are you coming from? There is not a zombie anywhere near me. Fucking die, asshole. Fucking annoying. I'm trying to eat my dessert. God damn it. Like, what? You were not standing there, see? You're just spawning on me, and I hate that. Don't spawn in my personal space, motherfucker. Stupid fucking developer.
We're cozying up to, like, what do they dislike? What will make us the most money in the short term with our partners? It isn't a million years ago that the satanic panic surrounding fantasy settings, something as simple as fantasy settings, like that of Dungeons and Dragons, was considered objectionable to good society. It wasn't long ago that sequences in video games like the infamous Call of Duty airport level, or entire games like Grand Theft Auto, or games like Manhunt, were seeing the potential of being banned. And it isn't long ago, I mean, it's even in current day, that we still have discussions around violence in video games causing violence in real life and whether it should be allowed. And we have these boomers and these politicians coming in and talking about, you know, video games are the problem. Not just that, but it wasn't long ago that certain ways of life, skin color, sexual orientation, or any number of topics wasn't represented in media or even commonly accepted in day-to-day life. It still isn't in many places. My point is that no matter what your opinion is on any individual topic, there is something you care about or enjoy that could fall into the same sights of this policy, especially when you read the wording used in Steam's statement as well as their rule.
Damn it. Stop fucking spawning.
This isn't their rule. It says
I can't even drill before I'm being
may
attacked
violate
again.
The rules and standards set forth by these organizations. Rules you didn't vote for, rules you didn't sign up for, rules you don't even get to read. We don't even know what these rules are. What happens when these payment processors discover dark fantasy, manga and anime, such as Berserk, you know, beloved, renowned titles like Berserk? The last line of the statement reads, in particular, certain types of adult content. Berserk undoubtedly falls into that category.
Yep.
And this isn't like some kind of boogeyman that I'm creating to like scare you or drive clicks or whatever. This is already happening in Japan. It has been for years. Visa have been waging a war against Japanese websites that sell or catalog manga and anime, specifically those who allow adult content, which, let's remember, is a very broad term. There are multiple websites like Melon Books that have had their payment processing disabled by Visa and MasterCard combined. Video game industry veterans in the Japanese market have spoken out about this for years, and even the Japanese Fair Trade Commission has been launching probes to investigate antitrust violations from these monopolistic practices. Not just that, but we, as adults, are essentially being dictated to by a credit card company what we can and cannot do.
Yeah,
and you're going to ask,
which I'm against.
why would they do this? And I'll quote the Visa
Protect
Japan
kids.
CEO
They want to
about this.
protect the kids.
While Visa's policies to make legal and legitimate purchases available as much as possible, it is sometimes necessary to deny use to protect the brand. He goes on to say that these are complex decisions involving both global and local policies, and that, quote, it is important to maintain sincerity and integrity, and we will continue to do so. Make no mistake, Collective Shout was to blame for bringing this specific issue to the eyes of these companies, but this is a matter of policy for these companies across the globe whenever they see fit to protect their brand. Today, it's adult games that you might not care about.
Yep.
Tomorrow, it's anything with a dark fantasy adult setting. The day after, it could be horror games. It could be games with fictional violence like Grand Theft Auto. This also doesn't just apply to video games. It applies to every form of media and entertainment. This isn't a matter of a fictional slippery slope. We've seen this happen in history with the ebbs and flows of what's deemed socially
Yeah, they try to
acceptable
take down Grand Theft
society,
Auto a
in
bunch of
certain
times.
societies. The issue isn't specifically that these certain games have been banned from platforms, or that a platform has decided to create a new rule. That would be fine if Valve came out and said, you know what, on second thoughts, we don't want these games on our platform. Fair enough, you know, a private company, they can do what they want. But this is a third party. This is an entirely unrelated business to Valve, other than the fact that they allow them to make money with the payment processing. The companies who maintain these platforms are not in control, provably. They no longer have control of what they're selling. Valve made a common sense decision in 2018 to remove themselves from the conversation and to allow adults to make their own decisions. They said, quote, Valve shouldn't be the ones deciding this. If you are a player, we shouldn't be choosing for you what content you can or can't buy. If you are a developer, we shouldn't be choosing what content you are allowed to create. These choices should be yours to make. That was 2018. It's 2025. And these are no longer our choices. These
Fuck,
are no longer
I killed the snake.
developers' choices. This is no longer Valve's choice. Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal are choosing for us. So what now? What happens? There is, I guess, one saving grace. Obviously, in the current political and social media landscape, everyone's divided on many topics, even when it comes to media, video games, and communities surrounding them. The internet seems to be rallying around the common goal of making these companies aware of their displeasure. People are organizing mass calls and emails to these companies. The question is obviously how long is this going to last and if it's going to have any impact, which is entirely unknown. In my opinion, short of regulatory changes from governments that make these companies stop doing this, but to remove their power, say you're not allowed to tell companies we'll pull your processing if you don't stop selling these things that aren't illegal in many places and in many cases, or if somehow a new payment processing system pops up overnight that everyone can swap to that isn't just going to use their ability to act as a monopoly to stop companies doing something that they find objectionable. As of now, we truly have no idea where this will end.
Constantly
or what will
reload
be
when I
impacted
feel like
next.
I've reloaded.
It's unlikely that this ends with Steam and Itch, or just with these products. As I've said, this is happening in countries across the globe, and obviously it's going to happen with more things as we go forward. There's a 0% chance as well that other products aren't caught in the crossfire. There will be games that share a tag that don't have any of these things in them that are also going to wind up banned. Really, the only thing we know for certain is that if the platform, the developer, the customer, and even in most cases the law agrees something is fine, it shouldn't be up to a credit card company to say no. And yet, that's exactly what's happening. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. Check the links in the video description, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Peace.
It was good. Yep. I did not get my motorcycle. Which is very bad. No, yes I did. Yes I did. I've suffered an abrasion. Lucas right by our house for some reason. Well, that doesn't really bother me. Boy, it's nice to travel across all that land without having to drive. Oh, I have to dig. I didn't bring a shovel, though. Oh, I have an auger. Never mind. Did I miss anything lately? Boy, clicking a YouTube link sucks now. Oh yeah, I never did the Splitgate 2 one.
So what up, friendos? It's 2025, and it can be hard for video games to stand out. We are truly living in an unprecedented time of video game saturation. There are more games than ever to play. There are more games that are coming out every single day. The indie game market is flourishing, with gems dropping seemingly out of nowhere. AA studios you've never heard of are releasing Game of the Year quality products. And love it or hate it, the AAA, or as Ubisoft calls it, the quadruple A industry, releases bigger games at a frequency that is simply impossible to keep up with. So, with this being the case, how could a small company break through the noise? How could they get themselves center stage in the social media discussion and carve out a market for themselves, seemingly out of nowhere? The simple answer is just make a good game, right? Make a game people care about, the game will then market itself. We see this almost weekly. New game releases on Steam, people play it, word spreads, big YouTuber picks it up,
2.
some streamers play it, and before you know it, millions of copies
Democracy.
sold, viral
Democracy.
success. All
Wait,
you need
game's
at
dead.
the start is a great game. But if you're the CEO of 1047 Games, you could instead go a different route. You could pay about $500,000 to get on stage at the Summer Games Fest look directly into the camera, start squeezing, and shit your pants while maintaining eye contact with the entire audience. 1047 Games took the beginnings of a potential success story of a plucky underdog game studio with the reception of their game Splitgate in the Titan-dominated genre of FPS, and they decided instead of building on the limited success of the sequel, they were going to fuck up their reputation as quickly as possible, basically speedrunning their game into irrelevance and securing themselves a spot in the video game industry fuck around and find out Hall of Fame. But how did we get here? 1047 Games started as a university project by Nicholas and Ian, who you will be seeing much more of in this video. The pair shared a love of FPS games and decided that they were going to make FPS games great again. Using an initial inspiration of the Portal games, they put together a beta that incorporated the Portal mechanic into the first-person shooter genre and released it to the public. Immediately, they saw success, with over 500,000 downloads, indicating they were onto something that could be much bigger than just a simple university passion project. On May 24th, 2019, the game was officially released as an early access title on Steam, attracting a modest but respectable initial wave of almost 12,000 concurrent players. The reviews were mostly positive, people were enjoying the game, and the complaints seemed relatively easy to fix. For these reasons, investors had confidence in 1047's vision, and the studio managed to raise a reported $10 million across the next 2 years. This cash injection allowed for 1047 to scale up their operation, but, of course, within those 2 years of development, the game had dropped to a relatively tiny population. Fortunately, the game then
these like
exploded
PvP
with an
games
update
that are
release in July
supposed
of
to be super
2021.
intense.
From a
They don't
max
last.
population of under 1,000 on Steam to a new peak of 67,000, just completely out of nowhere. This game was an overnight success. It was all over social media. The biggest FPS content creators and streamers were playing the game. People were truly hyped for what they found to be a fun, refreshing, and exciting experience. This, of course, didn't last long. The population halved the next month to 34k and was down to under 10k the month later, and just continued to slip from there, until the game eventually settled back where it was in the beginning, under 1,000 concurrent players in January of 2023. So despite this initial success, why did the game overall fail over time, especially when this game was designed to be, like the Call of Duties, like the Halo, something that people play for years and years to come? Well, basically, there's no real smoking gun. It isn't like they did something crazy, at least not yet. From my own observations and looking through reviews as well as playing the game, it was just kind of a flash in the pan. It was a game that the developers didn't expect it to be as successful as it was. They wasn't prepared, and the game simply didn't have enough stuff in it to maintain that level of interest. They didn't have the server infrastructure to support the player base, which caused issues with matchmaking, lag, and queues. And then after this settled down, they struggled to keep up with the required content for a game that was live service. Then they filled up the game with bots without telling people that they were bots, making the game feel like a cheap experience when they discovered it. And most importantly, the game just wasn't that great. You know, it was relying heavily on a gimmick that once wore thin, revealed that the game underneath didn't have the legs to carry it further. That same gimmick also resulted in casual players being forced out of the game very quickly, never to return. You can think of this basically like Fortnite building mode in the Battle Royale originally. At the start of the game, at the start of Fortnite, the building was this fun little thing you did to give yourself a bit of cover in the middle of a fight, you know, revive your teammate, build a bridge, whatever it's going to be. But after 6 months, the turbo sweats had taken over, the people who were playing very seriously every day, practicing how to build, and then they could throw together an Eiffel Tower mid-fight in 0.6
I hate the
seconds.
turbo sweats. I hated the mini malls. I remember, like, I started Fortnite, like, maybe a year before Ninja fucking blew up. And, like, when Ninja blew up, the game got so much shittier. It was so much more fun before that. Like, and then it got all fucking sweaty, and I admit I became one of the sweaty people. I was like, I gotta be like these kids. They're trying so hard. I gotta be a tryhard. I gotta be a tryhard so hard. But, I mean, like, you know, does it really matter? I don't know if it really matters. You can try hard and win, and maybe you make some tournament money or something, maybe. But, like, I don't think it really, truly matters. I don't really think it truly matters.
And if you couldn't do that,
And like, and then I was like, this mini ball, like this mini mall fucker. I opened up on him.
Mechanic
I opened up on him with a heavy sniper. I did 198 damage. He's got 2 damage left. He's running around like a chicken without his fucking head, with his head cut off, like slapping down a mini mall in front of me and healing in there. And it's like, motherfucker, I opened up with the headshot. You should be fucking dead. It's okay that you've got 2 health left. I'm okay with finishing you off. But the mini mall that you built in the subsequent 3 seconds it's taken me to switch to my shotgun and come kill you, or my SMG or something. It's like, or my AR. Like, I switched to my AR and I begin firing at him. In that time, he's built a goddamn mini mall. And you're like, and I mean mini mall. It's got like rooms in there, like that he can pop out of with doorways and fucking windows and shit like this. And he's converted like fucking like a mini mall. I mean, like a literal mini mall, like not a big one, just a mini mall, like a little mini mall. And you're like, you know, with 2 stories, 3, 4, 5 stories, and
made you better at. From playing a different FPS or
please
whatever
pause
it was
this
going to be.
video. It's the YouTube. They don't like ad blockers, so they don't let you block videos well anymore. It's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. So, yeah, like I consider it like a mini mall, like how it would be like the kind of mini mall you would see outside with like 2 stories, and maybe there's like a couple of Asian grocery stores in there, and then like, you know, maybe like a pizza place, and I don't know, like maybe some place that sells batteries or something like that, right? And like but I mean that's kind of what those structures that the Fortnite players build are kind of like. It's sort of insane. It's got like the front of it's got windows and stuff, so where they can shoot out. And there's like various rooms in there that you have to pop through walls, and they can just edit the wall out and shoot you in the face, but you have to shoot through the wall, which I never thought was that good of a mechanic. Like how would they just remove the wall instantly? How would that ever happen? I don't like building.
That had an incredibly high skill ceiling, and that was basically Portals in Splitgate. It was the killer of the casual player. Despite the game falling off incredibly quickly, 1047 decided that the logical course was to make a sequel, Splitgate 2. And this is fair enough, right? I mean, they probably made good money with the first game. They had investors, they had people interested. They knew they could get a player base. They just needed to refine what they had. Better game mechanics, more focus on not the portals, you know, have the portals there, maybe make them a little bit more restrictive. Do something more with the base game and just add on more content that focuses on casually approachable gamers. They could capture a large audience with this because this was lessons they could learn. After all, they had the social cachet, they had fond memories from big content creators, and they had millions of downloads of the first game. There wasn't really anything stopping them, except for this guy.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. And I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year. And I wish we could have Titanfall 3. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Ian, the CEO of 1047, couldn't really have fucked up the game's reputation quicker if he'd actually made it his goal to try. The Summer Game Fest is one of the largest platforms to show your game to the world, with a 1-minute trailer.
A lot of these people are Call of Duty kids, though.
$250,000. Ian was on the stage for 2.5 minutes, which according to the 2024 pricing, which could be lower, although I guess it would be higher, is around $550,000, over $500,000. Ian used 1 minute of this presentation standing there in a Make FPS Games Great Again hat, holding a cartoon baseball bat, talking shit about some of the most beloved games in the FPS genre, which
I'm infected. God damn it. Maybe I better use a med kit. I don't want to use a med kit. I'd rather just die. I don't care about dying.
is certainly a tactic. I suppose if you've got nothing going for yourself as a selling point, trying to diminish what people would objectively call your betters, the more successful products than yours, is definitely one way to go about things. The next minute and a half of the presentation is announcing Splitgate 2 as a battle royale accompanied by an Imagine Dragons song, which is hilarious as a contrast when you're talking about we're not like your ex-girlfriend, you know, we're not like Call of Duty and Halo, we're better than they are. By the way, here's a battle royale and the most mainstream popular pop rock song you can possibly imagine. It was essentially the worst PR damage you could do to your game in the shortest period of time, while also paying $500,000 to do it. The guy essentially paid $500,000 for people to laugh at him online. And if this was some kind of facilitation of a humiliation kink, it would make much more sense than what it is. But in Ian's words, this was the best they could come up with to try and make themselves stand out from the crowd. Which, congratulations, you certainly did that, just probably not in the way you intended.
It is really freaking hard as an independent studio to break through the noise. You know, you go to these award shows, we saw it at TGA's, we had this great trailer, and there's 50 other great trailers, and didn't really have an impact. And so at our biggest stage, coming out of beta, we needed something to grab attention. And the honest truth is, we tried to think of something, and this is what we came
I
up
believe
with.
in the product
At
of
this point,
Splitgate.
it would
I
be
don't
very
think it's a
easily
bad
solved
idea.
with an
Portal
apology.
was a
It
good
would solve most
concept.
of the PR issues. But if that happened, this video would not exist. This could have been an easy fix, something along the lines of, my bad guys, I have a lot of respect for Halo, Call of Duty, and the other games that I shit-talked. It was just a marketing tactic. They are titans in the industry. They've paved the way. We would be lucky to ever be mentioned in the same conversation as them. They're great developers working on this, and you know it was in poor taste. And the hat was just a meme, and I fucked up. It is what it is. But instead, he didn't do that because at the same time, people were discovering the game also had a massive monetization problem. The game had gone live almost immediately, and in
Of course
the
it
store,
does. They
there was
all
an
do.
$80 microtransaction.
They
I forget
all
what the
do
word
though. They all
micro
had
means here.
this.
A
There's not one of them
microtransaction
that
worth
doesn't. There's
$80
not,
for
they
some
all
cosmetics.
had this.
Obviously, this is
They
not
all
good,
had
and
that
Ian
shitty
could again have
cosmetic
just addressed
store
this in a
full of like, you know, it's like
apology
full
and
of
said,
flowery
"My bad,
guns.
We'll fix it. It's now halved. Problem solved. No worries." But
Please
instead,
pause
took
the
to social
video.
media to
Please reload or get control of yourself or whatever. Get control of this fucking video and allow me
So
to
what,
and
friendos,
please
it's
allow me to
2020
pause it. Please allow me to
and
pause this fucking video. You're so dumb.
1,000 on Steam to a new peak of 67,000. Just have the portals there, maybe make them a little bit more restrictive. Do the first game, they had investors, they had people interested, they knew they could get a player base, they just needed to refine what they had. Better game mechanics, more focus on not the portals, you know, have the portals there, maybe make them a little bit more
I think I'm gonna
restrictive.
log my
Do
hardcore character. I
something
think
more with
the best that
game
could
and
happen
just
is I
add on more
die.
content that
I'm
focuses
just gonna
on
log.
casually approachable gamers. They could capture a large audience with this because this was lessons they could learn. After all, they had the social cachet, they had fond memories from big content creators, and they had millions of downloads of
You
the first
skip
game.
me like
There was
backwards
dollars.
there.
Ian used 1 minute of this presentation standing there in a Make FPS Games Great Again hat, holding a cartoon baseball bat, talking shit about some of the most beloved games in the FPS genre, which is certainly a tactic. I suppose if you've got nothing going for yourself as a selling point, trying to diminish what people would objectively call your betters, the more successful products than yours, is definitely one way to go about things. The next minute and a half of the presentation is announcing Splitgate 2 as a battle royale, accompanied by an
Splitgate
Imagine
2
Dragons
is a
song,
battle royale?
which is hilarious as a contrast when
Why?
you're talking about we're not like your ex-girlfriend, you know, we're not.
So
like,
they're all like this, right? They all have these crappy stores that you go in and you're like, well, I'm playing this game for free, so I want to give them $5. Now, that's not enough money for them to stay alive. But that's the model. That's how I responded to the model. Now, kids might be dumber. Like tablet brain rot kids might be that dumb, but I don't think so. I don't think they're that dumb. Like, I don't think they want to swipe. I don't think they're willingly swiping. You know, I think they're really kind of tight about it. They're like, nah, if you're gonna make me swipe, what do I get? And so you go in that store and you're like, oh look, oh man, look how it's a race to see how flowery my AK can be. Please make my AK stand out among all the other AKs. We'll put pink filigrees on it, or like shiny neon lights, or like some kind of pink glow or something, or you know, or turn it in Rust. It was like it drips ice, you know, like the AK in Rust, it drips ice because it's just, you know, it's just silly. And Like, and that's okay. Like, drips ice, like, actively drips ice. You can see it dripping ice when you're playing with it. And it is fun. It is a cool gun. But, like, it's weird. It's like, how flowery of my AK do you need? How flowery does my AK need to be for me to stand out like a unique unicorn? You know? I've seen jokes on Steam about this. Like, oh, it's just another game that wants you to blow, like, $50 on their store so you can stand out, like, in your pink, you know, your pink fucking bulletproof vest and your yellow fucking AK and your red fucking, like, your red hat or whatever.
Like Call of Duty and Halo, we're better than they are. By the way, here's a battle royale and the most mainstream popular pop rock song you can possibly imagine. It was essentially the worst PR damage you could do to your game in the shortest period of time, while also paying $500,000 to do it. The guy essentially paid $500,000 for people to laugh at him online, and if this was some kind of facilitation of a humiliation kink, it would make much more sense than what it is. But in Ian's words, this was the best they could come up with to try and make themselves stand out from the crowd. Which, congratulations, you certainly did that, just probably not in the way you intended.
It is really freaking hard as an independent studio to break through the noise. You go to these award shows. We saw it at TGA's. We had this great trailer, and there's 50 other great trailers, and didn't really have an impact. And so, at our biggest stage, coming out of beta, we needed something to grab attention. And the honest truth is, we tried to think of something, and this is what we came up with.
At this point, it would be very easily solved with an apology. It would solve most of the PR issues. But if that happened, this video would not exist. This could have been an easy fix, something along the lines of, my bad guys, I have a lot of respect for Halo, Call of Duty, and the other games that I shit-talked. It was just a marketing tactic. They are titans in the industry. They've paved the way. We would be lucky to ever be mentioned in the same conversation as them. They're great developers working on this, and, you know, it was in poor taste. And the hat was just a meme, and I fucked up. It is what it is. But instead, he didn't do that, because at the same time, people were discovering the game also had a massive monetization problem. The game had gone live almost immediately, and in the store was an $80 microtransaction. Let's remember what the word micro means here. A microtransaction worth $80 for some cosmetics. Obviously, this is not good, and Ian could again have just addressed this in an apology and said, my bad, we'll fix it, it's now halved, problem solved, no worries. But instead, he took to social media to record an off-the-cuff video blaming the $80 bundle and other monetization issues that the game has on an ex-developer who he specifically mentions came from Call of Duty.
And essentially what happened is our former head of monetization, who happened to come from Call of Duty,
a completely unnecessary detail that nobody cares about,
who happened to
never
come from
needed to
Call
be
of
mentioned
Duty,
except to fuel this sort of one-sided competition in his mind. I mean, at this point, he might as well just record videos of himself.
Comes from Call of Duty, by the way.
Drenched in sweat, shadow boxing an imaginary ghost of Call of Duty in his bedroom, shouting about how they're attacking him and they're in his dreams coming to get him. Call of Duty has nothing to do with this game. He hired somebody who worked on the game, allegedly. They made some decisions that he should have been overseeing as the CEO of the company, and then he just throws him under the bus and says, oh, it was this guy's fault, and he worked on Call of Duty, as if he was, you know, sabotaging the game on Call of Duty's behalf or something. He was an embedded spy, a double agent, specifically to shut down Splitgate, the game that was never going to do any damage to Call of Duty, because Call of Duty players play Call of Duty, they don't play other games typically. And just to be fair, Ian did apologise for using the hat, which to me is the least interesting part of this. It's in poor taste, but not something I specifically care about. It just looked like he was trying to meme, but obviously when you combine it with everything else, it's just incredibly unprofessional, it's overall poor taste. And if he just did the hat, if none of this other stuff existed, you know, didn't shit talk his competition, didn't, you know, blame ex-employees that may or may not have worked at Call of Duty for doing things that ultimately he's responsible for as the CEO, I don't think the hat would have been a big deal on social media. I might be wrong. People love to, you know, talk shit about everything and drag people for, you know, any small reason. But I think the totality of everything just made the guy seem like a bit of a clown and resulted in more social media flogging. That all being said, I'm not delusional, as far as I'm aware, maybe, I guess. But if Splitgate 2 launched and was an absolute banger of a video game, there is literally nothing that I've said in this video or that has happened with the company, the CEO, that would change anything about the game's success, right? if this game was good enough, if it was truly the future of FPS games, if it was going to make the FPS genre great again, whatever the fuck that means, he could walk out on stage having paid the 500 grand.
Games
with
like
his whole ass on
Splitgate are
display,
what's
ass
wrong
off
with
chaps,
FPS.
Stand on stage for the next 2 minutes and
Kind of.
30 seconds making duck noises.
Flashing
and
the
then open
pans
a
that only keep
sealed
people
Call of
around
Duty
for a
box and shitting
year.
it, and nobody would care.
That don't have
because the game
depth.
would be good enough that people would just look past it. You know, if a prog's good enough, nobody
Yeah,
cares
I thought
the
about
noise.
playing Splitgate.
It's
I was
only
like,
when
well, I
the-
know I'm gonna
the
read.
product isn't fun that-
My problem with Splitgate is I was like, oh yeah, it's like the finals. It happened on the finals too. All these younger kids who were looking for some competitive place to try and like cock measure each other or whatever, show up to places like Deadlock and fucking Arc Raiders and fucking, you know, finals and Splitgate and Dark and Darker and shit like this. And so when you play the game, you're just constantly up against these sweaty sweats who sweat the bed right in front of you, and you're like lying in the sweat, and you're like, oh, was this as good for you as it was for you, or this was not as good for me as it was for you, or whatever. It's so dumb. And you're like lying in the sweaty spot in the bed or whatever, and you're like, I feel like I was just like basically ran over by some sweat. It is just gross. It's like gross. You come in and you're like, well, this is a really good game. That was my response to the finals. That was my response to Arc Raiders. Like, you know, like I was like, this is a really fucking good game, but I don't want to play with these fucking sweats. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, I guess I do, but I don't want to play them all the time. I wanted to feel like the first couple of years that Fortnite felt like, where I could get a random fight with a fucking rando, and then it just stopped being like that. They started measuring the SR and putting you up against, like, lately Fortnite's been a lot better where you can win because the SR, well, it's a bot lobby, but I mean, it's why you can win. But I mean, but it's not just that. Like, the SR is not poisonous anymore. Where it used to be, like, if you won like 10 games or something, that could actually be really a lot worse for your fun factor, because then you're suddenly like going up against these people who win all the fucking time. So then you just get stomped in by some fucking shotgun monkey who runs past you like you're not even there. Doesn't even, I know, because I'm one of them. I'll walk right through people, no problem. I won't even bother fighting them. I'll just shoot them with a goddamn like a heavy assault rifle, or sorry, heavy sniper rifle, right in their fucking face, like 9 feet away. They'll round the corner, and I'll just go, nah, knee jerk, fucking, spin 80, 360, motherfucking no scope, heavy rifle, blah. Just tap. I just go right click, left click. That's it. I just go right click, left click. I go flick, right click, left click, and I end the guy's life instantly. Now, I don't do that all the time like Ninja, because it's disrespectful. I'd rather fight the person 1v1. And I have the skill to shut them out, but I don't like playing like that. I don't like it. I don't like wallowing in that negative side of my personality where I just wreck 50 fools in a row. I have that in me, just like any other gamer does, but I gave that up a long time ago. I don't want to wreck 50 guys in a row. I do it sometimes on Fortnite or whatever, but I mean, like, I don't want to wreck 50 guys in a fucking row, because I don't really I don't really learn anything from that. I want to give each guy a shot. I want to make sure it's, like, not fair, but at least they got to say something. At least they got to fire their weapon or something like this. I don't want to shut them out, triple beam them before they even fire at me or anything like that. I don't think there's a lot of respect in that. I know I sound like an old pussy, but I mean, like, no, but I have more wins than most people do. I do. I've got, like, more wins than most people do. And, like, and it, like, I don't know, having won enough to understand, like, I don't know, like, that thirsty, sweaty attitude, that's just fine for those kids or those sweaty adults that feel that they need to be at the top of their PvP game, and that particular, I swear to God, it's a phase, and everybody goes through it. But, like, and I honor them being in that phase, but I don't want them around me anymore. I don't want them sneaking up on me, behind me, and Arc Raiders like it happened the first time I played the game. I like went down the cliff to the water, and I was like, "This is an amazing game. It's beautiful, and it plays like Rust, and and it's feeling better than Tarkov and stuff." And some dude just came behind me, like just because I was down enjoying the game for like 5 minutes or whatever, just looking around the graphics and like looting and running, seeing what the run speed was like and stuff. And some dude just came behind me and shot my ass in the fucking head, like in the first 2 hours of playing the game or something like that. I was just capped out in Arc Raiders, and I was like, "Oh, so that's what this is gonna be like, huh?" Where I don't even like really get to like play the game yet. Even like the second match or whatever, I'm just shot in the head by some thirsty sweat, like fucking like I don't know 9 minutes in or something like that, and I'm not even sure it's an extraction game or something yet, right? And like I'm like, is this an extraction game? I can't figure out what this is. And so then yeah, sure enough, you find out, yeah, because that kid's more sweaty than you. He crept around all super quiet with his 7.1 fucking surround sound headphones, and I know because I used to be that person. But I mean, who's in the game and totally in the zone and amped up on fucking energy drinks and stuff and like ready to fucking waste you, and younger than you and twitchier than you and watching more pros than you and like watching more streamers than you and all this other shit, right? They're just like prepped for it. They're like way more ready to be thirsty at that fucking game than you are. Like you want to know the worst one? I know what the worst one in history is going to be too. And there's one coming. It's going to be the worst one in history. It's called Deadlock. It's done by Valve, the people who make CS:GO 2, and well, I mean Nexon runs CS:GO 2 now, but I mean it was Valve for a long time, and like Valve made CS:GO, so like Valve's a really good company, and the kids know it, and so did the adults and stuff. So they all showed up for Deadlock. We found out that there was like 350,000 fucking thirsty ass sweat the bed motherfuckers who showed up for fucking like for Deadlock, and like in not scam, but they denied service so they could get like intros, or so they could get like invites to the fucking closed beta and open beta of fucking Deadlock. And I was like, and when I heard that they had 350,000 people bomb the beta when they were only expecting like 35 or something like that, I was just like, well, that's great, but I mean, like, but I don't want that fucking energy. I want a few fair fights while I learn how to play the game. But if dudes who play CS:GO 2 and Apex Legends and Fortnite and fucking Valorant all day and PUBG, right, and DayZ and Rust, dudes who play really, really competitive co-op team shooters, who are thirsty as hell, who play like Siege, like Tay and stuff like this, who are thirsty as hell, who are pre-firing that fucking corner as they round that corner, so you don't have an option, like you're just dead if you fight that guy, because if he rounds the corner, he's already pre-firing where your head's gonna be, because he's not bad, he knows where your head's gonna be, and he does team-based tactics shooters all the fucking time. That's all he does. So then, like, you're not going to beat him on his territory. You're not going to do that. Even on a new game, you're not going to beat him. Now, I pride myself on doing it sometimes. I will shit wreck fools who really thought they were better than me. It's one of the reasons why I think I was able to keep butts in the seats and stuff in the channel. Is they're like, look at this fat loser who constantly loses all the time. But then occasionally he rips out and pulls 1,200 Fortnite wins. Or, runs to like whatever, like upper gold in Overwatch or whatever. Or like, or whatever. It's just weird. Like, I don't know, or like, I have like, a lot of WoW achievements. I have 6,000 hours in Rust. It just goes on the accolades. I have 10 billion ISK, or more than that. It's like 40 billion or something. I have like 40 billion ISK on EVE Online. If I were to actually liquefy everything, it's like 40 billion ISK or something like that. And so like, and so I wouldn't say that's like super massively successful, but it's not bad. But for some reason, when these sweat the fucking bed and show up like that, they make you feel inferior. That's the whole fucking vibe of their fucking generation. They all have imposter syndrome because they don't have anything and they're not really truly successful, so they're good at the video games. And that's okay, I can relate to that, But like, then it becomes this like ego thing for them, and it's like, do you really think that how you move your left hand and right hand on some keyboard and mice really dictates how good your ego is? It does if you make like a contract like Ninja and walk with $50 million from Mixer. That is success. You did use your hands on the keyboard and mouse to bring some accolades and money and stuff. But I mean, like, what's the plan here? Did you really want to have a battle of wills and ego with somebody over who can move their hands better You know what that kind of sounds like, right? Sounds like jacking off a little bit. Who can move their hands on the mouse and keyboard better? That's sort of dumb. It's a dumb thing to have like a competition over. Now, games are okay to have a competition over because everybody wants to know who the best person in the lobby is. But it's dumb to have ego behind how well you click a mouse. Do you understand? And that's why the sweat problem. It's like they came in and they ruined Helldivers 2. They ruined CS:GO 2. They ruined Rust. They ruined Apex. They ruined Valorant. They were doing stuff like hacking the Apex Legends fucking world tourney and stuff like this. These people, they're not really that good. And they cheat all the time. And they buy their skins. And they swipe for everything. And they sit on Clash of Clans. And they blow too much money and time there. I know because a bunch of them are my friends. I know. They all love Pokemon. They all love fucking like Minecraft. Like, you know, they're like the younger crowd, and that's okay. But like, how like I have ego around my mouse and keyboard movement too. I have ego too, but I like long ago I tried to experience ego death with this, where I'm just like, my ego couldn't possibly be based around how well my keyboard and mouse hands are, like move. I don't want, like, it's okay to build a career doing that, but it's not good to have an ego about it, like, oh, I'm better than somebody else because I play keyboard and mouse at video games better than them. That's not really that big of a fucking bragging achievement, and that's my problem with the sweats. So when 350,000 of them show up to try and play Deadlock all on the same fucking day, they did it to Rivals. They ruined fucking Rivals. I was there. They fucking ruined Rivals. I swear to God, I was only able to play the game for what was Rivals. I was like, oh man, Rivals is always going to be there for me. And nope. It was like maybe 2.5 months or something like that. It was like maybe 4 months max. It was like 4 months. I think there was a period there where I was playing a lot of Rivals and a lot of Overwatch. I was like, hero shooters seem to be really fun to me still, you know, and that's good. I don't care if it's cheesy and rote. I don't care or whatever. It's good that the shooters are still fun to me. But like 2.5 months into Rivals, I'm seeing the ninjas playing it instead of Fortnite, and all the sweats are there, 350,000 of them or something, and they're all ruining each other on Rivals, trying to make it some fucking dick measuring contest on fucking Rivals. Like, it matters how fucking good you are at Rivals. It doesn't fucking matter. It matters if you're top 500 Overwatch. I would say that's all that matters. I don't know why they ever had a ladder in the first fucking place. It matters if you're top 500. So yeah, have a leaderboard. But I mean, the leaderboard shouldn't mean anything. It shouldn't ever mean anything. It's fucking stupid. For one thing, I'll hit you how Begon would say it. Is like, Begon would love to be the best 7 days, you know, to die player out there. I'm sure he would love to be. I'm sure he would love to be the best WoW player. I'm sure he would love to be, what other games does he like? Like, he might be like the best, you know, DDO player maybe. Or whatever, right? He might be the best DDO player. He definitely is one of the best DDO players, if not the best DDO player. And like, so, but he as well as I know that he's not the only one. There's like thousands of people like that. And having an ego about it, like, is fine if you're rubbing shoulders with them, if you're rubbing elbows with them. Yeah, it's okay to have an ego and like kind of like talk down to them and stuff like this, or talk shit about them. But like, it's not really okay to get in a dick measuring contest over how well you move your mouse and keyboard hands. I've never really thought that was very cool. Like, I understood why Ninja got famous, because it was like, oh, he just wrecks tourneys all day. So sooner or later, if you wreck enough single place in tourneys and stuff, you just become the world's best or whatever. And then they start looking at you and start signing you, and they start paying attention to you, giving you hardware and stuff like this. But I mean, so that made sense to me. But then what it ended up really being was just his personality, which is what, in the end, is what you should have an ego about. If your fucking personality is good enough, you should have a fucking ego. Now, about that, I have no doubt. I could give a flying fuck what some kid says about Rust. I couldn't give flying fuck what some kid. The fucking stream snipers seemed to try to really fucking hard for like 3.5 years to make me care what he thought about how I play Rust. I couldn't give a flying fuck what you think about Rust. He was the one doing dumb shit, like blowing down through the fucking ceiling through fucking high qual and shit like this. I don't care if he was cheating to do it. He was still doing dumber shit than me. And like, you know, he was blowing down through fucking like high qual fucking floors and shit like this to nothing, and wasting raids and stuff like this, and using stream snipe to do it and not making it. You know, shit like this. And it's just like, and I know why it's like this is because that person has an ego about how well they fucking sit in a fucking handicap chair, like that movie fucking Wall-E or whatever. And how well they sit in a fucking, you know, I do it too, like a wheelchair and fucking operate a keyboard and a mouse. You know, it reminds me of an old video called Unshiny Wham by fucking you know, the Chappie people. You know, Self to Death, bitch. I can't think of it. You know, Yolandi Vissa. You know, I love them. Fuck, I can't think of it. D'Antwoord, right? D'Antwoord. D'Antwoord can brag. They have, you know, tens of millions of dollars and millions of fans and stuff like that. They're okay to brag. They can brag all day in their rap music. There's no problem with that. A gamer sits there and operates a keyboard and a mouse, and so having that ego about that, yeah. If you move units like Ninja and you have viewership, yeah. If you are providing a crazy thing like your dream in Minecraft or whatever, and you're like leading a revolution in Minecraft kids or something, you should have a place and you should have money and all this. But the ego, I've never understood the crappy ass ego that the Call of Duty fucking lobby fucking spawned. And on top of that, all of those kids, because they play gun games and were egotistical about gun games, I know because one of them, my best friend, is like this. He went and bought 25 guns in the real life. And it's weird because he's, you know, it's okay, but it's also sort of weird. The gun obsession is sort of weird. When was the last time you heard a gun fired in America outside of a fucking shooting range? Unless you live downtown in the fucking ghetto or something like that. When was, like me? I've heard it before in Denver a bunch of times. But I mean, like, when was the last time you heard a gun fired outside of a shooting range? So this whole idolatry towards guns and stuff, I don't really understand that. You're better at keyboard and mice than you are at fucking guns.
People don't
I guarantee it.
The thing that they start focusing on stuff like this.
Yeah.
There would be some people talking, there would be some people laughing, there would be some people bringing this up, but they were never going to play the game in the first place. It's basically only that the game isn't good enough that there's an opportunity for this narrative to even exist. You could make a video about this and point to it and say, this guy made the game fail with his actions. But in reality, he just, you know, helped a failing game to fail more with a bit more of a funny story about it. As it stands, though, with the product being what it is, you essentially have a CEO's actions and a game's poor performance, and you can add one and one together here and say, this is his fault. And ultimately, he did make the game, so it definitely is. But the easy narrative is that this social media stuff made the game fail, which is certainly a more interesting story than just the game's not that great. Which is really weird when you look at what Splitgate 1 did. That game peaked at 67,000 players, with less money, less time, no marketing. And then you look at Splitgate 2, paid, you know, millions of dollars in not only the Summer Games Fest trailer and presentation, but also some of the biggest content creators, streamers, whatever it's going to be on the planet were paid money to play this game, to talk about this game, to give reviews of this game. They had a billboard in Times Square, the NASDAQ billboard showing the game. They spent millions on this, and they managed to get 25,000 players concurrent. Not only that, but the game has died faster than the first one. So really, in making a sequel, they've killed the first game and any chances of that coming back. Probably killed the second game unless they have some kind of, like, miraculous recovery at some point, which I'm not going to rule out, but, you know, it seems unlikely, especially because they're still focusing on things that casual players, you know, use as a gimmick, have fun with for a week, and then never play the game again. And to be honest, I don't think
and like that whole culture, like that whole Apex, like Valorant, like CS:GO culture, they're also so turn and burn. They want to come in, they want to pay for their fucking season pass, which I just won't do. I did it for Fortnite when I joined my trio because I felt like I didn't have the skins to represent them unless I did that. But I mean, like, but they come in, they want to sign up with their season pass, they want to buy like 3 or 4 skins at like $20 a pop and shit, and they don't really think about how they dump like $140, I think. Now they don't all do this, but a bunch of them do, and that makes the store competitive too. So then you're like, oh, I need a skin to look cool like all these other cool people who have skins and stuff. So then it becomes this competitive thing where you're like, if you don't have skins, you're not good. But I mean, like, overall, if they just didn't bother paying for all those worthless ass skins that should have been in the game for free anyways, I don't think skins would have, I think they would have had a lot more money in their lives, you know? I don't know if skins are worth money. Not really. They should just be in the game. I don't know. I guess artists should make money, yeah, but I mean, charging $20 for a game asset is kind of insane. To me, that's sort of like selling the... I don't know.
You know what crazy
I can't
runway of money to continue doing this?
It's like you sell a couple of bricks in an office building, you know? But shouldn't the bricks just be there?
Because who's going to invest in the game now?
Sure, they might be nice gold bricks, you know, made of gold. Gold brick. But, you know, gold brick developer. But, you know, but, I don't know. I'm just going to let it be. Wait, is this even more? This is even more potassium. There was, like, potassium next to potassium. Nice. Oh, get off me. Feral Darlene. Not anymore. Feral Darlene hurt me. God damn it. Stupid Feral Darlene. She also poisoned me or something else did. Got to repair this auger. No! Stay off me. Stop attacking me. Man, I stayed up late mining. I'm going to do this for 20 more minutes.
Had 2 bites at the apple, has spent millions
Yes,
of
and the
dollars.
turn and burn crowd show up, and you can tell that they're alt-tabbed on their fucking cell phone when they're putting the controller down and stuff, and they're on their TikTok, and they're like swiping rather than playing the game, and their first question is, you know, how much do I have to swipe and why? And you know, and there, I've seen industry articles about this. That's the most common question a gamer asks when they're shopping a new live service game, or we're like considering a live service game. The first question that they ask on Reddit is, how much do I have to swipe to be able to enjoy the game? And they ask this so much so that it's actually, people have written videos about it. It's insane. So, like, you know, and they're right, too, because, like, if they want a fun experience, they probably do have to swipe, but how little can you get away with swiping, right? And I have the same attitude. But you know, so usually I like swiping for the game $60 at the start and not ever paying for it ever again. Which is evidenced by my Hearthstone, which is I never did ever pay for Hearthstone. I don't think I ever did give Blizzard $1 for Hearthstone. I don't think I did. But I have like, I don't know, 1,800 played matches, 1,200 of which I won, or I think it's like 1,100 on my Hunter. I won like 1,100 on my Hunter, and like 500 on my Lock, and like 500 on my Rogue, and like, I don't know, like 600 on my Warrior or something. It's insane. I've won so many fucking matches of Hearthstone. You would think that I would shell out for a season pass and buy some cards or packs or something like Magic the Gathering, but no, because I had already given like Blizzard like 10 to 15 grand or something like that over the space of like 15 years. It was, I mean, it wasn't that much, but it was like, you know, it was like $100 a year for, you know, 15 years or something like that. It was more than that. It was like 150 a year. And so while that didn't add up, I did a whole bunch of server transfers. I bought all of their products. I bought a whole bunch of server transfers, like $400 worth of server transfers. I bought in some boosts. I bought in some gold. I bought in some like other games and stuff. And you know, and I spent a lot of money on Blizzard, so I didn't think that a free cell phone game on the fucking cell phone was one that I needed to swipe for. But that attitude has prevailed for all of these live services. Like, I am unable to swipe for New World. I think I did swipe for New World. I can prove that I did. But I mean, like, I bought a mount because I hadn't paid them any money in like 3 years. I was like, yeah, I bought a mount. That's what I did. Yeah, I bought a mount. That was it. Or no, I bought some other things too. I bought like I bought like 6 $1 gear sets, right? They're like $1. I bought 6 gear sets and the White Wolf that I ride around on all the time, which really does make me stand out from everybody in that ECR crowd, because nobody wants to buy the Wolf. It's like $25. But I was like, well, I get to buy the Wolf though, because New World, you know, I mean, I did buy Elysian Wilds, you know, which they warned us that we might need to pay for expansions. But when I bought New World, they made a big fucking deal in the media. I remember it was in 2020 when they did this. I even closed beta tested and open beta tested New World with my friend Pedro, and he asked me, Kat, like, what do you think of New World? And I was like, I love New World, but I'm not sure it's my game compared to Rust. And he was like, yeah, I feel this isn't my game compared to WoW. But I was like, I like the game, though. I do like the game. And he was like, yeah, I like the game, too. And I was like, yeah, I think it's a pretty fun game. So then, but then I did end up really putting like 3,000 hours into New World and really loving that game. I actually really do play like every day usually, or whatever, like a lot. Not every day at all, but like a lot. And so, you know, and it's weird. So then it was very easy for me to pull out and shell out $25. It was easy for me after playing Fortnite for like a year and a half, for 2 years, I think it was, like, free. It was very easy for me to shell out for Fortnite like monthly, you know, the Fortnite Battle Pass or whatever, for Fortnite V-Bucks and stuff. I did that for, I don't know, like 18 months or something like that. That's expensive. That's like $180. And I did get the skins, but I gave the account with the skins away to one of my best friends, Cloud Candy. But I mean, like, you know, they come in with this weird, like, TikTok cell phone 6-second attention. Not even their attention span is like 3 seconds. They come in with a 3-second attention span, and you can tell when they're chasing you that any other guy could come along and they're just going to go chase that guy because they're like a dog chasing a tire. They wouldn't know what to do if they got it, kind of thing. So, like, their attention span is like 3 seconds. So I distract them all the time. I drive off, and they're like, what the fuck? You're supposed to stand here so I can shoot at you. And I'm like, no, I'm just driving away. That distracts them, but they've got like 3-second fucking attention spans. So if you drive off into the horizon, they just let you go. Then some of them can even chase you, but they don't. But, I mean, they do. I'm saying they do if they get it fixated in their head that it's about their ego that they kill you. But I mean, like, but most of the time I can just drive away from them because they don't have the attention span to chase me. And I win a lot of matches this way. I just run from anybody who seems like a threat and let somebody else deal with them. And then when I'm forced to deal with that person, I'm forced to deal with that person. Sooner or later, you're going to have to meet the Reaper down the road or whatever, right? So when you fight the Reaper at the fucking crossroads or whatever, at least you knew that you waited to fight till you had to. And that's how I feel about Fortnite and stuff. And it's weird, like, it's so then I turned into like a plastic fantastic culture, and I was like playing Siege when I wouldn't normally play Siege, and like playing games I wouldn't normally play and stuff. And I was like, I'm doing this weird plastic fantastic like turn and burn culture thing where I'm playing all these shooters that I wouldn't normally play. I give Call of Duty Warzone a try. I hate Call of Duty. I mean, I hate Call of Duty. I really do resent Call of Duty. I don't think it was a good thing for the industry.
And
not at all.
In 2 months after release, they have less than 1,500 concurrent players on the game daily.
I couldn't stand Call of Duty when I was 14 because I was like, no, this is a popcorn shooter compared to like GoldenEye or like Doom or Hexen or Quake 1 or Quake 2 or Unreal, or I mean the shit goes on, Unreal or Quake or Quake Arena or any of this shit. Like no, like I knew the fucking difference. I was like, no, Call of Duty is like a fucking popcorn arcade shooter compared to a whole bunch of these other classic shooters that are much better. Like Quake 2 is so much better than Call of Duty 1 through 3 combined. I'm sorry, but it just is. Quake 2 is so much fucking better than all of the Call of Duties combined. I'm sorry, but it just is. The level design, the monsters, the feeling, the immersion. Now, does Call of Duty give you multiplayer? Yes, I'm talking about single-player multiplayer, I suppose. I'm talking about the single-player campaigns in Call of Duty. I still think of Quake 2 being a better game. I think of Unreal 1 being a much I'm sorry. I think of Unreal 1 as being like the first Unreal. They just called it Unreal. Like it wasn't called Unreal 1. It was called Unreal, right? But I think the first Unreal was such a better fucking shooter than Halo or Call of Duty. Or like, I'm sorry, but I just think it is. I'm sorry if you actually saw what a level in the first Unreal. And remember, Unreal morphed into Fortnite. Unreal and Fortnite are the same thing. They're the same engine, same guns, same things. I've been playing Fortnite as some way or form since I was like 13 years old or something like that. That's one of the reasons why I'm so fucking good at it. Is because I played a lot of Quake. A lot of fucking Unreal. Thousands of hours of it. And yes, it did translate to Fortnite enough where I can fight the kids and still win.
There will be more on console.
Am I good at it? No. Even back then, my friends would tell you that even my, okay, now I was the one who ended up being a professional gamer in the end, but still, I would say my best friends are still better than me. Some of my best friends are still better than me at some games. Like Cloud Candy is better than me at Fortnite. Senquick is better than me as certain tactical shooters like Rainbow Six and stuff like that, and definitely better at games with missions and stuff like that because he's good at. Oh, I got killed. Did I need to get killed right here? Is it really necessary? I was alt-tabbed, you fucking piece of shit developer. Stop crawling up my fucking knife with fucking thigh with a knife. Stop doing it. God damn it. Where's my body? You better show me. Where's my body? Where is my body? Where did I die? 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 If you don't tell me where my body is, what's the fucking point? What's the point? Is my helicopter out? No. It's okay. I didn't lose anything. I took a free ride back. I'm dropping things. I'm getting off this game. I shouldn't be running the timer like this, but I did do some work for Begon. I actually really did. I put mining stuff in the box with the limited stuff that I could do. Oh my god, it's an armor triple pocket. Armor triple pocket. Thank god, I've been waiting for one so long. Modify, give me 3 more slots. Oh, thank god. Thank god. I'm gonna watch Seinfeld when I go to bed. Or no, I might actually, my Netflix is up now. I might see what kind of true crime is out there. Well, it's time to stop now, I believe. I think, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm going back from Poser Blantz. Gotta get out of here.
But as a trend, you know, you can use trend data of population to see the game's probably not doing all too well in other places also. Not just that, but in an almost unprecedented and hilarious turn of events, they're pulling what I like to call an Amazon Game Studios, and they've essentially unreleased the game, going from Splitgate 2 is now here to Splitgate 2 is kind of here, but now we're calling it a beta instead, while at the same time shutting down official servers for the first game. Now, obviously, only time will tell if this game can pull out of the nosedive. It hasn't helped that the CEO has seemingly...
Look, here's a liberal who's actually making sense, right? I disagree. The hat is just insane to me. I do. Regardless of your political opinions, 50% of people in the U.S. who see that hat will roll their eyes and immediately write that game off, being like, and it's true, too. When I heard the democracy thing about fucking Helldivers 2, I was like, well, now you've made it impossible for me to like this. And I did. I gave the game like a fucking, what was it? It was like a 4-minute play. And I was like, nah, nope. The minute the game angers me, I already have my excuses. I can just leave. Because the democracy bullshit about killing bugs and all that stupid shit. You guys didn't grow up on Robert E. Heinlein. You didn't read Robert E. Heinlein books. You've only seen a fucking movie called Starship Troopers, which was actually like, which you think you're quoting Heinlein or something, or some right-wing thing. And Heinlein was right-wing. But I mean, like, overall, like, you're not really quoting him. You're quoting some fucking screenplay writer. You're not really quoting anybody but a Hollywood screenplay writer. That's all that weird democracy stuff is. Nobody really talks like that. Nobody really is like that. Like, there is the world according to Garp and stuff like that, and you know, and Patton and stuff. We do have stuff like that, but it's very rare. And usually they're 5-star generals when they bleed like that, when they bleed blue, red, white, and blue like that. It's usually 5-star general sort of fervor. It's weird to see that sort of deep blood, red, white, blue, fucking bleeding it. It's just the normal like town folk. Because it's like, you know, because the government is in your face all the time, locking up your buddies for drugs, throwing your friends to jails for deweys, stuff like this. Like, the government's in your face all the fucking time. The taxes are fucking horrible. The tariffs are fucking horrible. They're going to send a $600 check because of these tariff things. And yeah, the poor people will benefit from that, but the rest of the country is just like, yeah, but I'm out $3,000 because of the tariff.
Out of his way
because of the tariffs.
to gain terrible PR.
And like so like this thing about like, oh, democracy and government and blah 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 and all this, and it's like, oh, we gotta follow Trump, we gotta follow these politicians, these Pied Pipers, as they Jeffrey Epstein us down this fucking dark hallway into some weird like fucking P Diddy fucking freak off or whatever. And I'm sorry, but it's just like no, your weird right wing democracy stuff that you talk about all the time is a fucking really big write off. It's like a big write off for me, especially because, yeah, of course they will. MAGA is a well-known political slogan during some of the most politically divisive times in decades. Heck, European conservatives don't even like MAGA people all that much, so it's even worse for that market, right? So like, yeah, you like European conservatives don't even really like MAGA that much. They think of them as idiots.
And to make the game...
He's right about this. I love that. I love what you fucking said here. I love what you fucking said here. Thank you, sir. I love... God damn it, can't you be competent? You fucking cocksucker piece of shit developer. Can't you fucking be a little bit more competent, please?
Nobody cares about the noise.
Be a little bit more competent. I need to type this comment. Instead, you're pausing it, going back, sending the video all over the place, bringing me all over, and it's just fucking weird. I just want to click and write a comment. Is it that fucking weird? I mean, what are you on? So anyways, what was I was trying to respond to that guy, but you killed the fucking vibe. I really love what you said here. MAGA hats and slogans are nature's warning that something is poisonous in the wild. Bigot is 1G, right? Fairly sure. Yeah.
At the end of the day, if the product's good enough, I think focusing so much on a skill ceiling mechanic that is unique to the genre is a cool party trick, a few minutes in the sunshine, but overall it's going to be the death of the game if it isn't kept in check. For as much hate as modern FPS titans like Halo and Call of Duty receive, they focus on fundamentals that translate across the shooter genre for decades, and that's, you know, minor differences to what they're doing, but they rely on mostly common sense.
I've been waiting. I'm looking for a way. You want to know who's more intolerant than who's more intolerant than bigots, right? Leftists when it comes to bigots. Oh. Who's more intolerant than bigots? Leftists when it comes to bigots. An Elon fanboy. Yeah.
Mechanics. It's part of what makes them as popular as they are.
Oh, this is good. Do you have anything else before we go? You got anything else that's entertaining? $10 million at the casino. Yes, it is rigged. It is rigged. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we haven't done Hassan in a while.
You have to think, what is the point? Like, what is the purpose? Why would he just not say he's trying to kill the Blackstone CEO if that's the case? Meanwhile, the fact that he shot himself in the chest to commit suicide instead of in the head to commit.
Who shoots themselves in the
and a note
chest?
that,
Nobody
was
shoots
left
himself in
behind
the chest.
that pointed to CTE, considering that the building is also the NFL building. Like, all of those... Anyway, let's get started.
We will begin with that shocking mass shooting here in New York City.
We're gonna talk about the CTE dude. The dude who drove all the way from Las Vegas to New York City.
Fucking
to
nutball.
shoot up the NFL headquarters and then killed a cop that was off duty, that was doing security, killed himself, and I think like shot a bunch of killed 2 other people.
Police said and walked right into the lobby of an office building and opened fire. 4 people are dead, including an NYPD officer.
You can see the suspect here carrying a military-style rifle. Police say he had a history of mental health issues. Lilia Luciano is outside the building in Midtown Manhattan, which is just a few blocks away from our studio. Lilia, good.
Oh, it was the CEO, not the NFL. A Blackstone executive was killed. Yeah, but he was trying to... It's not BlackRock, it's Blackstone. And he wasn't trying to kill the Blackstone people. He was trying to go into the NFL. He was trying to go to the NFL part of the building, it seems, because from what we know, that's what it's in the same building. So he went to the wrong floor. Blackstone is not BlackRock. And he wasn't trying to go to Blackstone anyway. It seems he was trying to go to the NFL building because he blamed the NFL for his CTE. Bro, he's just like, no, it's not gambling related. No, he's just, it's crazy. He's just
Morning,
crazy.
what do we know?
Good morning, Adriana. As you said, he had a history of mental health issues and something that's raising questions. He also had a concealed east yesterday. We know the gun entered this 44-story...
What the hell, bro? What the hell is going on today? Oh my God, bro, I'm gonna kill myself. What the...
Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game.
What is happening? Oh my God, I'm so mad. Oh my God! I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. It's not IRL 2, kid. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm not on IRL 2, kid. It's not just you, other streamers. I can't tell if it's like Twitch related or on my ISP side. Bro, this is literally a new computer, okay? It's a new computer. It's a new computer. I'm using a totally different processor. A new computer. We literally collaborated with the ISP to make sure that we don't have like issues. And now I feel like it's Twitch related, but I don't know, it's probably ISP related. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird F. It's not like a normal F. Oh, it's happening again. Really happening again. I just go down to 0. I don't know what it is.
It's Twitch. It is Twitch.
Like, I don't know what's going on. But the bitrate goes down to 0, and then it kicks up to like 30K or something.
Yeah, the bitrate for Twitch has been fucked lately. Please kill him. Please kill him. Please kill him. No! Why was there 3 fucking bears? It's ridiculous. Oh well, maybe I can get my set back, maybe. No, wait, yeah, priest, yeah. Oh, I lost my... Well, I haven't lost anything yet, but I might. So, damn it, man. Why did 3 bears kill me? I should have just mounted up. They came so quick. Gotta get out there before anybody else gets there. Maybe if I pick up a bow and equip it. I don't know. Can I do this? I don't know if I can even recover here. Might have lost the set. I don't know if I killed the bear. I don't think I did. Why did the bear kill me? Well, maybe I did kill that bear. I don't know. I can maybe pick up the bow and run my cooldown fast enough to recover. I don't know. Might have lost another. Oh, server's shutting down in 3 minutes. Nope. Portal's shutting down. Damn it. Fuck, please let me recover. I don't think you're going to, are you? Nope. If I pick up the loot and just run, I think I should be okay. Like, I don't know. Can the bears kill me that quick? I don't know. Fuck! There it goes. I lost that set. Well, whatever. I mean, whatever. I got enough money and time to get back up again. It's good. Fuck, it's so annoying.
Thing. But I'm a...
I don't have to go to bed just yet. I'm gonna stay up one half hour more.
Seems the bit rate is fine. I don't know what it is. Alright, let's just continue. Man, I feel like the whole world is against me. Oh my god.
Skyscraper yesterday. It's a prominent building. It houses several companies like Blackstone, one of the biggest investment firms in the world, and it is the headquarters of the NFL. And this morning we're learning that one of the people shot is an NFL employee. He is in stable condition in the hospital.
Your status is an active incident.
Law enforcement officers raced into this Midtown Manhattan office building Monday after a gun opened fire. Outside, others began CPR in the street. Police say just before 6:30 p.m., the shooter, seen here in surveillance footage, brazenly walked into the skyscraper at 345 Park Avenue with an M4 style rifle and started shooting.
The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD
There couldn't possibly
officer.
be good enough reason.
He then shoots
just
a woman to
shithead.
cover
It's a
behind the
shithead.
door
That's the reason.
and proceeds
It's a
through the
shithead.
lobby,
A
spraying
fucking
us with
asshole.
fire.
The NYPD commissioner said the gunman made his way to the elevator bank, shooting a security guard.
The shooter then calls the elevator, which opens in the lobby. A female exits that elevator, and he allows her to walk past him unharmed.
Police say he then went to the 33rd floor, home to the real estate company Rudin Management, where he killed one person before he shot himself in the chest.
I heard all these loud bangs.
This man, who didn't want to show his face, escaped the building when he heard the gunshots.
I came out 5 minutes later. One of my coworkers came out, and he said he saw 2 people get shot.
Others stayed inside and barricaded themselves in offices.
We believe this to be a lone shooter.
Police have identified him as 27-year-old Shane Tamora. They say he had a documented history of mental health issues. He lived in Las Vegas and drove across country through Colorado Saturday night, then Nebraska and Iowa on Sunday, before reaching New Jersey Monday, about 2 hours before the shooting. Inside his black BMW, police found over multiple rounds of ammunition and medication. The motive is still under investigation.
We lost 4 souls. The reason why he shot himself in the chest is because he wants his brain to be studied for CTE. It seems like he had a litany of mental health issues. He played football. He was a prospect. He never played in the NFL. He was working in Vegas. I looked into his background. And I guess he blames the NFL for it regardless. He didn't actually play in the NFL, but it seems like this was his this is what he was. It seems like that's what he was trying to target it. That's what he was trying to target was the NFL. He ended up going to another floor, ending up a bunch of people in the process, and then killed himself.
Another senseless act of gun violence.
Yeah, he played high school. I think he played college too.
One of the 4 victims was 36-year-old NYPD officer Didarul Islam, an immigrant from Bangladesh. Islam joined the NYPD in 2021. He had 2 young sons, and his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child.
He was doing the job that we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice. He died as he lived. A hero.
And just as we're standing here, we're seeing the NYPD and right behind us. They just lowered the flags in front of the building to half staff. Officer Islam was one of 2 uniformed officers in the building when the happened. The other victims who were killed include 2 females and 1 man.
Is it plausible that he from the chest with an assault? Yes. And I suspect the reason why he did that is because he didn't want to shoot himself in the head, because if his main gripe is CTE. He left a note. He left a note, and in the note it was I think he was talking about he left a note, and in the note he was talking about how he wanted people to study his brain. It's common for people with CTE. Also, this happened. 2 in custody after active situation in Midtown. Police are responding to an active situation in Midtown. And they made it seem like it was some Muslim dude or some dude wearing a Palestine jersey or something. The man grabbed falsely ID'd by someone claiming he was trying to bomb the building. Casual Islamophobia brings watermelon the protest and carries it the whole march, then breaks it up and feeds people. Yeah, they just instantly went in and were like, oh, let's blame them. Let's blame some random brown guy. Classic. A woman falsely identified a man wearing a Palestine shirt as the shooter in this video. He was detained but completely uninvolved in the incident. Imagine you survive a massive, you survive and then some randoms is like, yo, he did it. And then now half of the media also really excited to point the finger of blame at Muslims and the Free Palestine movement or whatever is now using your image to be like, yo, this guy did it.
Back up. There you go, let's go, guys. To be honest, I have no idea how we're going to call it. What happened? What did you guys hear? Did you hear anything? Did you see what happened? Did you hear anything? It was loud. It was right there. Wow.
Yeah, those are finance interns, chat. So, a woman falsely identified a man wearing a Palestine shirt as in this video. He was detained but completely uninvolved in the incident. This is the actual shit. Yeah, that's the situation.
We're joined now by CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito. He's a former deputy commissioner of the NYPD. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. So there's a lot of reporting out there. What have you learned about the suspect? What have you learned about his motives?
So the suspect appears to have played high school football. He appears to have had grievances based on papers found on him that point to the NFL. Authorities in Las Vegas have not yet, as of late last night, entered his home to see if there's more information about him. He says he had a brain injury, or he blames that and on his mental health condition, and that's what we know. We're still developing that information.
It's been a day. It's okay that
CTE are coming up.
it's okay that this dude who did this yesterday, you don't know his life story. It's okay that you don't know. You guys seem to always seem so guilty that you don't know the fucking, like, the social security number of this shooter. It's fucking weird. Like, it's not some personal failing. There's somebody that you just heard about 23 hours ago you might not know anything about. It's just, you know, you act like it's this personal affront to yourself that you don't know this guy's life story inside of 24 hours of understanding that he even existed or whatever. Does anybody really know anybody? You know? Does anybody ever really know anybody? Can you, the media, know somebody within 24 hours enough to even, like, make a statement, really? It's sort of insane. Does anybody really know anybody? And it's sort of weird. So, like, you know,
Mentioning with the brain injury.
Yes, that is what I mentioned. That's a long-term brain. You would know better than.
Of course, I'm familiar with it.
yeah, so you see, like, sit there and you conjecture. Other than telling us what happened, what use is your fucking conjecture to me? What uses of it? Like, so you think it has some NFL-related thing? Well, sure, if the detective thought that, sure, in the press conference, sure, we could talk about that or whatever. That's fine. But I mean, like, but you guys, you sit there and you conjecture, and it's like, we really don't know why he did this. We really don't know why he did this. We really don't know why we did this. It's just a tragedy. We really don't know. We really don't know why he did this. No, you never know why he did this. Plus, you didn't even know he existed 24 hours ago. So, I mean, how the fuck could you know anything about him? I mean, you could know a lot about him in that time. But I mean, like, but I don't know.
What are the next steps in this investigation?
First, they will continue.
They're going to continue to chase the guy who did this. He's probably dead to self-injury. They're probably not going to do anything. The guy's dead. They can maybe sue the gun manufacturer, sue the security firm who maybe didn't stop him from coming in the door. You know, there's like I mean, the team, the police team on the fucking case isn't gonna close the case for like probably like 2 or 3 months while they go through all the evidence and all the stuff and figure out why he did this and all this. But I mean, in terms of like how cases go, murder suicide is actually really shitty because I mean it's both unmercifully shitty. It's like one of the most unmercifully shitty fucking things anybody could ever do. But it's also mercifully shitty because it also just ends that terrible threat. So it's sort of weird. It's like a self-canceling threat. It's sort of weird. It's, you know. So beyond that, when one of these guys self-cancels themselves, and we've had so many of these, what can you do? You can talk about the victims and make their lives worse. You can conjecture or blame somebody like the NFL. You could call it his brain concussion or something like that. But really, what the fuck's he doing running around with an M4 in a goddamn American city shooting Americans? How the fuck did that happen? Your security is lapse. You could... At this point, I mean, I swear to God, if we have Bitcoin technology, why doesn't every gun have a Bitcoin connected to it? That is only its owner use. Like, no, nobody can stop you from using the gun, but the guns need to be tracked like Bitcoins, where there's no unique gun. You know, every gun's got a fucking hashtag. You know, and if you scratch the hashtag, you get 25 years in jail. Because I mean, you know, and we like there's stuff that we don't I don't want the level of freedom where this guy was able to get like drive across the country with an M4 and just open up on fellow Americans. That's some kind of security lapse. So you could sue for security lapse here, but in terms of like what can like he you know, the first dumbass media question that this fucking tool asks, and I don't care who this guy is, frankly. I saw what he's worth. Look, he asked the dumbest question you could ask. Look, he goes,
that is what I mentioned. That's a long-term brain. You would know better than.
Of course, I'm familiar.
That's what we know. We're still developing that information. Mental. Yet, as of last night, entered his home to see if there's more information about him. He says he had a brain injury, or he blames that and on his mental health condition, and that's what we know. We're still developing that information.
Okay, the letter C. coming
Yep, that's all I can say.
Is that what you're mentioning with the brain injury?
Yes. That is what I mentioned. That's a long-term brain. You would know better than
Of course, I'm familiar with it. What are the next steps in this investigation?
First, they will continue to explore his motive. They'll continue to ask the questions that.
What are the next steps in this thing? They're going to continue to chase a ghost. Which, I mean, I swear to God, it is like such a dumb question. What can they do? The guy's self-fucking deleted. They can figure out the brutal efficiency by which he murdered his fellow human beings. They can maybe blame a security company for letting him in there, or sue somebody for tortious negligence or something like this. But what can the cops do? The cops can run around the scene scratching their heads without any kind of clue. That's what they can do. That's about what they can do. What can they do here? The guy's self-deleted. He murdered a bunch of people. It was some kind of political thing, but he wasn't even strong enough to leave like some kind of manifesto to let us know what he wanted or whatever, apparently. So it was just some vague mention of the fact that he was brain damaged. And yeah, I'm brain damaged too, but I don't kill people.
Want to know how?
I would never kill people. You want to know why? It's not some thou shalt not kill idiot-ass Christian thing. It's not some fucking, because man, you can see how many humans follow that rule, or whatever. It's not anything like that. It's not, it is a morality thing. It's a terrible thing to do to somebody else. I just would never do it. I mean, the morality of that is enough for me. But there's another reason. It's that when, my phone flashed for a second there. Just making sure. When, what was I going to say? The phone distracted me. What was I going to say? No, I got my fucking mind blown.
Someone with a documented mental health history have a concealed carry permit for a gun. That wasn't the gun he used, apparently. He used an AR-15 knockoff.
Oh, it's an AR-15. I thought it was an M4.
Or, similar to an AR-15.
Yeah.
But why did he have that permit? He had been an unarmed security guard in Las Vegas.
We have an assault weapons ban. Where the fuck did this moron with an M4 fucking open up on people like it's a fucking video game on his own fellow Americans? That's not his fault, technically. It is his fault. But it's also sort of like, where is the lapse of judgment that led to him having that weapon? It's weird because we have an assault weapons ban too. Where's don't we? I mean, are the mass killers just allowed to have assault weapons, but we're not?
Vegas.
So I have friends who want assault weapons very badly. I have best friends who really want assault weapons to complete their fucking collections, but they can't, short of doing like ghost guns or illegal guns or something like that. They can't do that. They would love to do trigger conversions and all types of other stuff too, but they don't, because they're law-abiding citizens who are wonderful. They don't do things like this. They would love to do those things, but they don't, because they abide by the fucking law. Why is this guy allowed to just open up on fucking like what is this, Grand Theft Auto? He's just allowed to fucking open up with a goddamn like an AR right in the fucking Times Square, basically? What the fuck? Like, where did this guy get this gun at? It's not a joke gun. If this went missing from a fucking military base, we would hear about it. Like, not we wouldn't hear about it, but like, there would be somebody, some quartermaster who would be like, "Where's my gun? Where did it go? What did it do?"
License had expired.
You can see his blood on it where he shot himself.
According to authorities there.
Fucking moron.
So they're going to continue to work on his motive, continue to work on how he had that kind of license, and continue to work on if there's substance to his grievance.
And so, Richard, there is so much that
substance to his grievance. What? So you have brain damage because you went and tried to play football, and you got brain damage by dudes who play too rough. You need to go take it out on 6 fucking innocent fucking people that your brain got damaged? What?
No, but there is...
I don't care. My brain's damaged too. I don't care. I probably got worse brain damage than you. But I don't do crazy shit like that. This isn't brain damage, you fucking idiot. You're just a killer. You're just a psycho killer who used some kind of psycho killer. Kiss kiss say fa 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 right up in the fucking public one day. Oh, why are you like this? No one knows. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody knows why you're like this. You're just a psycho killer, bitch. That has nothing to do with the football or the damage or anything like that. The real problem here is you're a fucking psycho killer. You were a psycho killer long before the brain damage. You're a psycho killer now, even after death. You're a psycho killer.
Are things we do know from the video footage, from witness accounts. We know that he drove across country, right, from Las Vegas. We know that in his car...
Only psycho killers act like that. You know who else acted like that? Fucking, what is it? Lee Harvey Oswald, David Lee Chapman. There's all these fucking crazy shooters that acted like this.
There was a
I mean, not Oswald, of course, but I mean, you know, but like, yeah, Chapman acted like this. He just sprung his nut one day. I don't know, really, that's probably not the parlance of our times, really, but yeah, I'm fucking Chapman. He like Mark David Chapman, the guy who killed John Lennon. He like snapped his nut one day, just stole a bunch of credit cards, bought plane tickets, flew to New York, and just murdered John Lennon, just like on a snap, just on a fucking vibe. Now you could say the CIA put him up on that or whatever, but does anybody ever really do anything that they don't want to do? I mean, yeah, gunpoint, the threat of murder, yeah. But I mean, like, I don't really think the JFK murder was a gunpoint threat of murder. I think it was some psycho killer, you know? And so, like, yeah, you can bandy about all the things that made him have causality, or how did they just phrase it? They were like, what his reasoning was, or what his motive was.
We do know from the video footage. And so, Richard, there is so much that we still don't know, but there are things we do know from the video footage, from witness accounts. We know that he drove across country, right, from Las Vegas. We know...
Yeah, like, all these psycho killers act like that. They just spring their nut and fly across the country and just kill somebody. What the fuck is that? That's crazy.
His car, there was a
the amount of abandon in that. You're abandoning your family. You're like abandoning the system and your country. You're killing fellow Americans. The amount of betrayal in that, of so many things. I consider it a small form of treason to like mass shoot like this. It's sort of a small form of treason. It's like you drew fucking arms against your fellow countrymen. I mean, isn't that kind of what mass shootings are? It's like you drew. I mean, I don't understand how right wingers seem to be so into mass shootings and stuff like this. I don't really understand that. But like when you look at Klebold and Harris, you see like really crazy little Eichmanns. You know, what's with the right wing thing and mass shooters, right? Because like when you really think of it, it's really quite like you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it go.
Loaded revolver, ammunition, magazines, not any kind of explosive device. We know he took the...
I'm done with this now. I'm going to go to bed. On that terrible note, I'm terribly sorry, guys. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to bed. I'm going to watch this depressing video, but I'm also going to post videos and get off. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day.